Hello, my name is Christos Proukakis. I'm a neurologist working in London. I'm from Greece originally. I studied medicine in this country and I've been here now for quite a long time. And I specialized in studying the brain in my training as a doctor. And I've also specialized in research of the brain, but particularly the DNA inside the brain. So you probably know that DNA is found in every cell, and it's something we get from our parents, and it really controls everything about how our bodies work. So the main thing that I'm trying to understand is what causes an illness which is known as Parkinson's disease, which is quite common in older people and tends to make the hand shake and leads to a problem with people walking slowly and shuffling. Now, the part of the brain that is mostly affected by this illness is the one that I'm showing you here in my background. And you can see that there are lots of little purple circles or ovals scattered around. These are the nuclei of little cells, and these have each of them has their own DNA inside. But you can see those bigger things. One is under my left ear, then there's one either side of my head, which are much bigger and have this purple brownish stuff taking up most of the space inside them. And this is a different type of cells. And it's actually these types of cells, which are quite rare, that are the ones that go wrong in Parkinson's disease. So we really need to try to understand what it is that makes each of these cell types different and why some can be affected and lead to a particular illness while others cannot. Now, in my case, what I've wondered is whether the DNA in these cells might be different. As you know, we get DNA from our parents, and it should be the same in every cell. But what I'm looking at is whether in certain cells of this type, the ones with the large brown purple stuff inside them, the DNA goes wrong and something changes in some of those cells, and that is what could lead to Parkinson's disease. Now, to understand that, we really need to look at every single cell that we can on its own and see what actually is different about it. So, one last thing to leave you with, a cool game I think would be to try to understand how many different types of cells are there in the brain? Because there's probably over 100 billion cells in the brain, and yet the ones that I'm interested in are very rare, and there's less than 1 million of them in the whole brain.